have proven prejudice. And, Your Honor, we respectfully request that a new trial should be granted based on the record developed today. Thank you.
Oh, no. Is it the end?
All right. The arguments are closed. I will take until 5 of the hour to examine my notes, and then I will come and make a ruling from the bench on this matter. Court will be at ease.
What's up, guys? Sorry, you are not going to believe what happened this afternoon. So what time did she say? Sorry, I got to go back. You guys are not going to believe what I just did. You're not going to believe the manly man thing that I just did. So what do we think? Are we getting a, so she's going to decide today, huh? Guys, listen to this shit. I'll wait till some more folks come in. Let me tweet this out or something. Let me at least tell the folks on the old Discord what's going on. What's up, guys? Sorry. I know. 5 minutes, she said? What do we think? Are we getting a retrial or what? Let me add everyone. Listen to this shit. Thanks for being here, everyone. Listen to this. Listen to what happened. If someone could tweet this out and I'll retweet it, because I haven't looked at anything. If you've been messaging me or tweeting me, so today my furnace reset apparently, and we had no heat. We had no heat, folks. Zero heat. So I was freaking out about that as we were streaming before, in addition to getting out of here, because I felt awful to have to leave everyone who was already in here at 2 o'clock, because I had to pick up Brian, which, by the way, I have to cook his dinner, so in a second I'll be right back. Nonetheless, the my furnace is off and we have no heat. And I got an old house. Everything is old. Listen to this shit. I've never even heard of this term before. I had to bleed the furnace like a real fucking man, guys. I am the least manliest man you'll ever meet if you're new to the channel. I'm very unmanly. But I had to bleed the furnace. You know what that means? I had to fucking go down there. I had to go down to the furnace and it was like the button was blinking, the light was blinking, and I had to hold the button, and then I had to take like a wrench and I had to take a wrench and open it up, and then oil came out and air came out. I put a little thing under there. So then I had to do that 3 times because the light wouldn't go on in the heater in the boiler. I'm bleeding this fucking thing. And then it worked. I think it's working, guys. I think it's working. I didn't want to have to pay God knows what for someone to come out to try to fix that. I got the waterboard heating, whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what I'm talking about. Thank you for tweeting it out, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I have heat in my house, folks, like a real fucking man. I didn't even have basketball shorts on. I had gray sweats on, and I didn't even have the right size wrench. I just used one of the wrenches where you turn the little thing so it closes, and then I had to do it 3 times. The oil comes out in a box I had for toys downstairs. The oil goes in, and then it came back, and now I think we have heat. I gotta check though. Baseboard heating. I was a real man, folks. A real man. I was the whole time I'm gonna blow up this house. I'm now there's oil on the ground. In this cup that I had. but I'm not positive. But I do feel like it's warm. Oh, and by the way, I forgot even the batteries were out in the thing in the thermostat, so like I had to change the batteries in that. And then I thought I ripped it out of the wall too much, and I thought that was the problem, but that wasn't the problem. And now I think the thermostat is on some sort of vacation setting. I don't fucking know what I did, but the heat is on, folks. The point is, the heat is on. The heat is on. I don't know what I'm rambling about. What are we doing? So what time is she coming back? Oh, this is not even live. Let me go. I'm a very manly man. That's why I'm not on Kick right now. I didn't even set anything up. I just went live on the YouTube. So did the egg juror? I saw something about an egg juror. Did the egg juror actually testify in this fucking thing? I just saw Griffin babbling when I came back online. Yeah, you want to see the video I watched? I'm going to show you guys this fucking video that I watched that I had to do this with. Hold on, just wait a second. Just wait a fucking second. I'm going to show you guys the manly thing I did today. It was very manly. I got to shout out this guy, Everyday Home Repairs. He has 832,000 followers. He doesn't need me to shout him out. But watch what I did here. Look at this shit. This is what I did. This is what your boy did. This is what your man did. I did what this guy did. This is the thing I had. I had that flashing light. It's not flashing anymore. It's regular because I fixed this shit.
In a minute or two, I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot this and get your heat back up and running. So let's.
Thanks, guy. I don't know what your name is. I got to comment on this guy. Thank you, sir. You saved the day. Comment. I was in a permanent lockout.
Classic Beckett setup. So this is going to be by far the most common in the.
Look at this thing. This is what I got. I got the R Honeywell R what 7184B.
This is a common permanent lockout situation.
I was in a permanent lockout.
Lockout situation. It's tried several attempts.
It tried several attempts to lock out.
Press that button and hold the button for about 45 seconds.
My hair is a mess.
Then,
I smell like
once
oil.
You hold it for 45 seconds.
45 seconds. I had to do this several times.
You will see the LED light flash. Once that flashes, you know that the controller has
this is nothing, guys. Wait till it gets to the part where what I did.
So the flash is right there.
Just wait.
Now
Just wait. This is nothing. Pushing the
we
button.
want to open up
I had to
the
do this
bleeder
shit.
valve.
Now I didn't have the
Here
right
is the
size
bleeder valve
wrench.
right there, and a 3/8 wrench is going to allow you to open
I didn't have a
it up.
3/8.
Turning in the counterclockwise direction.
I had to turn it
You'll just open that up
counterclockwise.
a bit, and the pump will
Watch this
turn
shit.
on,
Oil
trying
fucking
to
spits
pull
out. Like I'm like,
fuel
oh my god, I'm gonna
in.
blow up. This whole house is
That
gonna
is the
blow up.
last
I was
part
holding I
before
put my
you
hand
pull
like
the
this
fuel
at
in,
one
so you're trying
point
to get all
to
the
guard
air
my
out of the
eyes
fuel
in case
system,
like that would
making
do
sure
anything
that's
if the
just
house
pulling
blew up.
fuel
But I was like
in.
this at a certain
But
point.
I'm only seeing a little bit of fuel drip out of there and a whole lot of air. So this is leading me to believe
There was
going
a
to
lot
have
of
to do
air, I
this
think.
for several iterations to get it to work correctly.
It was several iterations. It took me
So
to do
it
this
will
fucking thing.
try and then go back and lock out. So it tries to pull that fuel in. If it does not see the flame when it tries to light, it goes back into lockout. The nice thing is,
Yeah,
it
it went
only
back
goes
into
a
lockout.
temporary lockout. So you will have.
And
a
then
couple
finally it
attempts
started
where
humming.
you
It started humming, and then
only
the
have
light
to
was
press
green.
the red button to get it to reset.
No, I did not make
And
it.
then that
I did
pump
not.
is
It
gonna
would have been
turn on
embarrassing,
again.
Helen.
And
If
at
I
least
would have
now I'm
made
seeing
a
quite
video,
bit more fuel come
more
out.
embarrassing than what I'm describing
Again,
right now.
spitting quite a bit of air, so I do not think this is going to get me across the finish line.
Don't worry,
but
guys.
at
I'm
least
not. Of course, I'm not going to
seeing
miss.
progress.
this.
So I know
Whoops.
that fuel is getting through
Don't
my
worry, I'm not
filter
going to miss
and
it.
getting
So
through
she's
the
going to
line.
decide today, huh? That's bold.
Now, once you go 2 or 3 cycles here, it will go back to a
It was 2 or
permanent
3. It was
lockout
like 6
scenario.
cycles.
And
I had
then
to do it
at
like
that
6
permanent
cycles.
lockout scenario, you are going to have to hold the red button for another
I did
one
have to hold the
cycle.
red button.
And this is the case right now. So
Yeah.
I actually need to press this. I'm going to actually fast forward the timeline getting through those 45 seconds.
He fast forward.
Then my
I
light
couldn't
turns
fast
back
forward. I had to
on.
wait there.
And I'm going to try to pull the rest of that air out.
I
so
pulled
can
the air
get this
out.
Flame lit.
The oil
and get
came
the heat
out.
Back on.
Now I think it's on.
And Okay, so now I'm seeing a nice, steady stream of fuel, a little bit of air in there, but this probably is enough to get things lit.
And then I came live because I felt awful that I had shut
and
off
you'll
before.
hear if that flame
Don't worry,
turns
guys.
on, and then you can open.
Brady Starr says I'm a 78-year-old woman.
Glass there, viewing slot.
And I took apart and fixed a wall heater with a
we
YouTube video in December. First of all, amazing, Brady Starr. Second of all, stop trying to harsh my sparkle. This is a big day for me.
What I would do is check your fuel lines back to your filter. Make sure you have a new filter and you're getting flow through there.
Whatever he's talking about now, I didn't do that. So all right, we're live, folks. We're waiting for a decision. No, Donnie, I didn't take the blue pill. Let me just say, what Brady did is amazing, but what I did was really amazing. Brady Starr is awesome, did a great job, but I think we're all forgetting what I just did. This is outrageous. Mods, block Brady Starr. How dare you? Just kidding, Brady. I love you. Great job. All right, folks. I heard Bob babysat the chat. I'm sure Bob told you. So Bob thinks we're getting a retrial. Not babysat. Bob had his own channel, of course. Not babysit. My hair is a mess. I gotta cook dinner. I'm like, you know what I'm like? You guys ever see Mr. Mom, Michael Keaton? That's me. I'm about to make some grilled cheeses with an iron for clothes. Look at my hair. It's a mess. I smell like oil. I think I got it on me somewhere. Oh, guys, by the way, what do I do? Oh, we got the seal. What do I do with the little toy box that I now have of oil? What do I do with that friggin' thing? I can't just throw that out in the garbage, right? I gotta like take that to some special bullshit. Women dual rule. Brady, if you don't know, I have interviews just specifically about women who rock, which, by the way, this Thursday, Sarah Turney. No, Mr. Mom, not Mrs. Doubtfire, Mr. Mom. Cook with it. It's oil. It's not olive oil, Sarah. It's like oil from the ground. Not the ground. Well, I guess from the ground. Well, thanks for being... I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a mess. What am I even doing? I can't believe she's gonna don't judges usually take a little while to decide these things? She's gonna decide this right now? Light it on fire? All right, I'll light it on fire. Where do I? That's what I felt like when the Oh, Sarah was kidding. You know, when I finally got the furnace to work, I felt like Tom Cruise in the one on the shipwreck one. What the hell is it? He's like, "Oh, I have fire," and he bashes. What's that movie? What the hell is that movie? Tom Hanks, where he's like, "I have fire." You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hi, Renee. I'm glad you found it too. You guys know he's a pilot for FedEx. My mom says bring to the local gas station. Okay. Thanks for tweeting it out. Castaway. Donnie knew it. Thank you, Castaway. Did I not say Tom Hanks? What'd I say? Did I say something else? Did I say something other than Tom Hanks? By the way, I was watching Forrest Gump, man. What a great movie the other day. One of the greatest movies of all time. Yeah, Tom Hanks. And he's like, "I have fire, blah, blah." And then he fucking loses it over the volleyball. What's up, Lily? All right, guys. What's going on? I'll be right back. I got to go put the chicken fries in the oven. I said Tom Cruise? Oh, I said Tom Cruise. Everything I did today is ruined because I just fucking confused Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks, one of the greatest actors in the history of cinema. Everything I did, thrown away. I said Tom Cruise. What am I, a fucking idiot? I said Tom Cruise? Of course it's Tom Hanks. The great bosom buddies, Boff and Daffer. I cannot believe I said Tom Cruise. Holy shit. Mods, block me. Delete the channel. Oh, everything I've done today has been ruined. I said Tom Cruise instead of Tom Hanks. Holy shit. What am I doing with my life? All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go put the chicken fries in the oven cuz the kids I'm sure are hungry. I'll be right back. The heat was at 60. Now it's at 62. I definitely fucking did that shit, folks. I definitely did it. What a manly thing I did today. Jay is our alpha male. And I just made chicken fries for the kids. I'm really just a real man today. But also, I don't think I've eaten a thing today. I think I had a couple Doritos. I am starving. Let me tweet this out. Sorry that I'm not on Kick. I just kind of went on live real quick. Am I close? I haven't even checked my subs. How many subs do I have? Let's check. 11,967. We're very close, folks. We're very close. Becky admitted it. Becky Adelson. Becky Adelson. Chicken fries. They're from Aldi. If you don't know Aldi, you probably may, but they're basically just like chicken tenders, but like in the size of a French fry. We get them at Aldi. The kids. It's one thing that all three kids like. Sometimes on and off, they like it. On and off. Oh, I didn't even give the dogs their treats. Now they're busting my chops right now. Jill says, my mother-in-law Jill says, "Good job, Mr. Mom. Glad you didn't blow up." Thank you, Jill. I was a real man today. You would have been proud of me. 11,900 and I could try to turn it on now. I don't know if I could turn on Kick now. Let me try. I can't because I didn't do this through Restream. Sorry. Tomorrow. Did I get the knockoff Samoas yet? I didn't. We're waiting for the judge to decide, folks. Thanks for being here. Thanks, everyone, for being here. I don't know what I'm doing. Did my TikTok do well on Murdaugh? Let's see. I feel like I have a lot of clips I can make today, folks. And I didn't even see everything. Let's see. 74.9 thousand. Not bad views on TikTok, on my Murdaugh TikTok. I did one about Wendy yesterday that has 395,000 views, so that one is crushing it. I did another one about Wendy that has 250,000. My TikToks are, I feel like I'm finally not shadow banned or something. I'm not a little boy anymore. Joke's on you, Serena. My brain, I am a little boy. Decide if there's going to be a new trial. Isn't that what we're waiting for? Isn't that what the judge is going to decide? Aldi is weird. Steven, Aldi is the bomb. I have a Aldi quarter in all my cars at all times. Kimmy says, new to your channel, subscribe. Thank you. For all the folks that are new to my channel and have only seen me like rant about Wendy Adelson,
The order, all rise.
and other stuff, I am a mess. This is maybe the first
Please
time.
be seated.
This may be the first time you see me as a mess. I am a mess of a human being. So if this is news to you, I'm sorry. Here we go. Will we have a new trial? Will I be streaming a Murdaugh trial? What do we think, folks? I didn't stream the first one because I wasn't streaming yet. Will I be streaming a Murdaugh trial? Oh boy. Oh boy.
In the matter of the state of South Carolina against Richard Alexander Murdaugh, 2022 GS 15-00592, 593, 594, and 595. The following constitutes my ruling on this matter from the bench.
Oh my God.
This order will be supplemented, as I will explain, after proposed formal orders are received from each side in this matter. This case is unique in my 20 years of experience as a lawyer and my 35 years of experience as an active justice of the Supreme Court and a senior active trial and appellate judge. Usually matters involving possible improper contact with or conduct of a juror arise during or shortly after the trial. The judge then puts the affected juror or jurors under oath, conducts an examination, and rules on the request for a new trial or a mistrial. In this case, I was appointed almost 9 months after the trial to replace the trial judge who was recused. It is now almost 10 months after the verdict was rendered and sentence imposed in this matter. It is now on appeal to the Court of Appeals. Several months after the appeal was filed, the defendant moved that his appeal be suspended and this matter be remanded to the trial court to consider his motion for a new trial on a charge that the clerk of court for Colleton County tampered with the jury by expressing her opinion to the jurors about what their verdict should be and about the credibility of the defendant who had elected to take the stand and testify on his own behalf. Since this matter has been remanded to me, I have set the matter for a pretrial and a final hearing, conducted a telephonic status conference with the attorneys for the parties on December the 21st, 2023. I have received briefs from the parties. I conducted a pretrial proceeding on January the 16th, 2024, in which I invited briefs and arguments by the parties and by the attorneys for certain of the jurors and for the clerk of court, Rebecca Hill. On Friday, January the 26th, 2024, I conducted a hearing on this matter in which I took testimony from one of the jurors. The conduct of the examination conducted solely by me. I received further argument from the attorneys for the state and for the defendant. Today, January the 29th, 2024, I have taken sworn testimony from the remaining 11 jurors who rendered a verdict in this case. This examination was conducted solely by me. I have found no case that provides otherwise in the many cases I have read on the subject of a motion for a new trial on the basis of after-discovered evidence of jury tampering or misconduct. I have also received sworn testimony from the clerk of court, Rebecca Hill. Direct examination was conducted by Deputy Attorney General Creighton Waters. Cross-examination was conducted by Defendant Attorney Richard Harpootlian. I have also propounded questions myself to the clerk of court. I also received testimony from the clerk of court for Barnwell County, Rhonda McElveen, who attended most of the trial and assisted the clerk of court for Colleton County. I've also received testimony from the remaining alternate juror who was
Spit it out!
When the
Come on!
matter was deliberated.
Let us know. I can't wait.
Dismissed from further service. The following is my ruling on
Here
the
we go.
defendant's motion.
Oh my God.
The standard of proof. The state contends that in order to prevail, the defendant must show, 1, that the clerk of court made an improper comment or propounded an improper question to the member of the jury, to a member of the jury who rendered the verdict. 2, defendant must further show that Ms. Hill's improper comment or question actually influenced the juror's verdict, citing State v. Green, State v. Aldrett, and other opinions of our Supreme Court and other authorities. Defendant contends that he must show only that an improper question or comment was propounded to any juror by clerk of court Hill. If so proved, the defendant contends that the motion for the new trial must be granted. Defendant relies on United States v. Rimmer and many other cases. My ruling is this. On the law, the defendant has the burden of proving both the fact of the improper comment or question by the clerk of court, Rebecca Hill, to a juror or jurors, and 2, prejudice suffered by the defendant, specifically that the Hill improper comments to the juror or jurors influenced the juror to vote to convict defendant Murdaugh. The facts. Did clerk of court Hill make comments to any juror which expressed her opinion of what the verdict would be? Ms. Hill denies A, and so the question becomes, was her denial credible? I find that the clerk of court is not completely credible.
Yes,
as a
she's
witness.
not.
Ms. Hill was attracted by the siren call of celebrity.
Oh my
She
God.
wanted to write a book about the trial and expressed that as early as November 2022, long before the trial began. She denies that this is so, but I find that she stated to the clerk of court, Rhonda McElveen, and others, her desire for a guilty verdict because it would sell books. She made comments about Murdaugh's demeanor as he testified, and she made some of those comments before he testified to at least one and maybe more jurors. Did clerk of court Hill's comments have any impact on the verdict of the jury? I find that the answer to this question is no.
Oh.
Each member of this jury took their involuntary assignment very seriously. They obeyed the instructions of the court. They obeyed their oath. These good and decent citizens of Colleton County stood to their duty and rendered their verdict without fear or favor. It was a difficult task. 11 of the jurors very unconditionally said they either heard no comment, or if they heard a comment, it had no effect. One juror was ambivalent in her testimony. She was then examined on her previous affidavit, in which she said the effect, if any, that she had was pressure she felt from other jurors. The cases are myriad that pressure from fellow jurors is a part of the normal give and take of jury deliberations. The court is not to inquire in any way about what is said in those deliberations. But the juror, who was somewhat ambivalent, said on her oath at the time of trial twice, and said on her oath before me in these proceedings, that she stood to her oath. The clerk of court allowed public attention of the moment to overcome her duty. I have read the entire transcript of this lengthy trial, not an easy task. I have studied in detail all of the authorities cited. I have independently researched the case law, learned treatises, and scholarly articles on the subject. Although there is certainly a split in the federal circuits and in the states on the standard of review, I simply do not believe that the authority of our South Carolina Supreme Court requires a new trial in a very lengthy trial such as this on the strength of some fleeting and foolish comments by a publicity-influenced clerk of court. This is a matter within the discretion of the trial judge, and I am the trial judge at this moment. I do not feel that I abuse my discretion when I find the defendant's motion for a new trial on the factual record before me must be denied, and it is so ordered. I will file a fuller order which denies this motion on the grounds I have recited on the record before me as a trial judge and the authorities that have been cited by all parties in this matter. To that end, I will hold the record open. I direct that within 4 business days of receipt by the attorneys in this matter of a transcript of these proceedings, a proposed order by the state denying the defendant's motion for a new trial with citations be sent to me and to opposing counsel. I will allow the defendant 4 business days from receipt of the state's proposed order to lodge objections and or submit an alternative proposed order. Upon receipt by the court of all proposed orders, I will finalize this record, submit a written order, and I will at that time transmit the written order to the Court of Appeals, the court which has remanded this matter to me. This hearing is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Let me say this, and I should have said it before I began my order. Hey,
Order.
members of the audience, would you just be patient with me for one more minute? Please keep your seat. I have probably had more experience with trial and appellate work than anyone else in this room for many years. And it has been an absolute pleasure to receive from these learned lawyers some of the best briefs I've ever received. I know they're a product not just of the attorneys who presented to me, but of the attorneys who sit with them and help compose the research and the writings that I received. I know that I put you on a very tight timeline, but my feeling is these matters are best disposed of by the trial judge in a very timely manner, so that you may then go to the authorities that really count more than I do. That is, the appellate authorities who will decide what the standard in this particular matter is. I've not seen a case such as this before. I doubt whether our appellate judges have seen a case such as this before. And they will take a lengthy time to study the record in this matter, the record in the part remanded to me. There are many issues in this case, issues over which I have absolutely no authority whatsoever. But I will say this about the record now that I have read it. And I will say this about the testimony that I heard Friday and today. Judge Newman said it best in his sentencing when he discussed the weight and the measure of the case presented and testimony and evidence submitted in this case when it was tried. It is a very compelling case supporting the verdict that the jurors reached. He said it with a lot more detail than I do, but now that I've read the record, I say as the successor trial judge, I agree that the evidence was overwhelming and the jury verdict not surprising. This matter is now adjourned.
Wow, folks. What a day. Thanks for being here. Sorry I had to miss part of it. I'll say this, I didn't see the whole thing, so I really probably shouldn't comment at all. But based on what I saw of that one juror saying that her decision was affected by Becky Hill and what she said, and not only that, the second juror who didn't say his opinion was affected, but he did say that Becky said something to him, I think to watch him or whatever. He confirmed that she was saying something. Now, while it didn't change his mind, it changed that juror's mind. So in my opinion, and by the way, folks, if you don't know me and have followed my coverage of Alex Murdaugh, no one on this planet thinks he's more guilty than me. I mean, maybe other people do. This piece of shit is a murderer. We are looking at a murderer. We are looking at a family annihilator. He is one of the biggest pieces of shit around. He's a narcissist. He's a sociopath. He thought he was smarter than everyone in his town. He took advantage of the disabled. He took advantage of the elderly. He took advantage of everyone. He is a piece of garbage. I think he did it. However, if a juror was persuaded by the court clerk, and how can he not get another trial? I'm just an idiot yelling at a screen. I'm not an attorney. How can he not get another trial? He'd be guilty again because he's guilty. He's a guilty piece of shit. But the court, she has no credibility. I agree with Judge Toll that Becky Hill has 0.0 credibility. I don't believe anything she says. I think she said shit to the jurors. And, jurors are proud. The jurors were proud of their decision, which I think was the right decision. But if they're proud that they made the right decision, but maybe shit she said affected them. She shouldn't have been saying shit, and it was wrong. My opinion there's the guy from SLED. Oh, there's Owens. I mean, this is going to go to the Supreme Court, and then they're going to decide. And I mean, Judge Toll said it, by the way. She knows more than pretty much everyone in there about the case. So, she probably made the right decision. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just going, why does he have a Zach Morris phone? Oh, never mind. Why did it look like Alan Wilson had hold on, I'm going to rewind that and pause it. Did you see Zach Morris? Alan Wilson looks like he's got a Zach Morris phone here. Put down the Zach Morris phone. Look at that thing. Calm down, Zach Morris. Oh, it's just, I don't know what the hell he's got in his hand there. This is going to go to get appealed. What happens there? I don't know. He's guilty. I'm not the evidence confirms he's guilty. I think he's guilty, but I don't know. What a day. I got to thank Veronica Sawyer, who sent me a $5 Cash App. Thank you so much, Veronica. That's okay, Antron. Thanks for being. It was denied. If you're coming in late, it was denied. It was denied. So now it's going to go to the Supreme Court. I think it should. I don't know. Becky Hill, man, she's in. What about Becky Hill? Does anyone know what the like what can happen to her? Could she go to like? She said she had more, yeah, appellate experience and regular experience. I mean, thank you, Karen. Are you proud of me for the stream or for being a man's man? And what is the thing I did? Bleed the oil thing. Either way, I was very manly. I also came back and streamed. Thank you guys for being here. All right, I think I'm gonna go eat something because I haven't eaten anything all day. You're welcome, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. You guys are the best. Your support is just really awesome, and I appreciate it. I'm not going to cry like I did before, almost did, but I appreciate you all for watching this with me. If there are any other hearings, I'll follow them. What does the thermostat say now? I'll have to check. Otherwise, does Becky still have a job? I think so. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow, I think, for Troconis. I don't know if there's any hearings going on, but nonetheless, thank you so much. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you. If you could give it a like, I appreciate it. You guys are the best. Thank you, mods. As always, thank you, mods. And I'll catch you guys on the flippity flip. Thanks, everybody.